Hey guys, welcome back. This is Lucid, and we are playing Late Age Olm. And yeah, we've been doing some stuff. We got some gems from Marverni. I think I built him a dancing shield, and we cast Gateway with Matheson, and he brought in a big group of dudes. Matheson, however, is a poor leader, so he's giving really bad morale bonuses to these guys. So we're having Zegenthu move them on top of this fort, and we're going to siege it. And this is going to be our GTFO outpost from for Yes. We actually killed this transformed giant here. We didn't mean to. I had kind of been talking with Yes, and he said he wasn't going to fight me for any of this if I let him get the giant out. And I did, but I had already done most of my turn when I was talking to him, and I thought I had scripted, like, gotten rid of all the things, but he said he was going to move the giant to here. And apparently I horror attacked this, but I can't tell because there's no, like, arrow or anything. I didn't move a scout here, so you can see it's independent. But anyway, that resulted in canceling the movement orders from this giant. And then we ended up attacking this province. And this is the Witch Lord. And there's a giant over here. He's got a kind of interesting kit. Anyway. And I think he gets HP routed here. I'm not exactly sure why. He has really high morale. Not exactly sure why. I'm pretty sure we would have killed him. There's a chance he could have killed the Witch Lord. Actually, I don't know. I don't think the PD would HP route him here. I'm really not actually sure. Let's see if we can see what happens again. Enslave Mind Terror. He's casting Terror. Casting Terror again. Oh yeah, he got his morale down a fair bit from casting Terror. Huh. Anyway, that's what happened, which is really lucky RNG, but I'm pretty sure he would have... Actually, I'm not sure. He might not have. There's a good chance we would have killed him, but there's a chance we wouldn't have. Once he got in closer, he would start getting drain lifed and stuff, but I think he had personal regen. He might have been able to kill my dude. Anyway, he's dead. I actually ended up sending Yes 15 air gems for this, because technically we're not exactly fighting right now. He's mostly giving this to me, and I didn't mean to do this. And the thing is, he told me what he was going to do with this guy. So if you're telling somebody what they're going to do... Anyway. Now, this thing costs more than 15 gems. But... he's also fighting a bunch of other people. And he was fine with this. I was like, are you cool if I send you 15 gems? He said, yeah. So, anyway. That is that. Okay, coming down, we've cast Flames from the Sky. Go to targeted province. Okay, this was a Yes province. This is... I think this turn we're hitting 6. And everybody thinks Micklin has the Flames from the Sky staff, but really it's me. Which is extremely useful, because I'm not going to piss anybody off by hitting them with it until they watch this and they realize that usually it was Micklin paying me to cast Flames from the Sky for him. In this case, this is part of the organized activity of the Anti-Yes Coalition, which is basically me, Marignon, and So I'm hitting him with that every turn. And I am totally fine taking, like, Yes's land and not having to fight his armies. So anyway, we're going to do that. We also cast Forest Fire. We cast Record of Creation. I don't think we found anything. Reaping of Souls going off as per usual. We found 2 magic sites here, which is kind of cool, underwater. A Sunken Tower. If I can click on this. Both of these 1 water gem sites. I actually don't know. Like, most of the sites I know how many gems they are. The underwater ones I really don't. Yeah, and then we didn't really have many battles. This is usually a sign you're doing something wrong if you're chilling out like this. There were a few funny things. We had Atlantis attack us here. And Atlantis has said, hey, Mr. Meanie Pants Ulm, I am so terribly, terribly upset and frustrated that you have figured out how to make super combatants that are immune to water elementals. I'm so angry about that. I'm going to send out a huge Soul Slay Communion. And this is 17 mages, and they all have these rather expensive crystal matrices on them. And they just turn one and start firing off Soul Slay. So if you look at these guys, watch this. Yoink, yoink, yoink. And then they're going to run, and then yoink, yoink, yoink. Right? And so they have water bottles. It's a Soul Slay Communion. He's like, you're actually going to have to fight me with an army. You can't cheese me with super combatants. Fuck you, Ulm. That's what he's saying. Right? You put the little units in here in the right order, and it spells out a message, and it says, fuck you, Ulm. Right? The problem with this, and there's a problem with this, is that I'm going to kill this with a super combatant. So, it's not guaranteed to work, but it's probably going to work. I'm sending in Mr. Wiggles. Mr. Wiggles has been deployed. We don't really... I was going to need him for Yes. That was why we moved him up here. I don't think we're going to need him anymore for Yes. Because we're not really fighting him. We're kind of getting most of this stuff for free. We're going to need him back over here later. But for now... we're going to send Mr. Wiggles down here. Now, the script we have for Mr. Wiggles is Power the Spheres, Ghost Form, Invulnerability, Soul Vortex, and Rigor Mortis. And the thought process behind this is Ghost Form is really what I need to survive water elementals. Just with this alone, they can't kill him. And Vulnerability is actually going to help significantly with water elementals. We could do Iron Skin and stuff, but we're not really going to be tanking non-magical attacks. Like, we're not going to die from the other things. We're going to die from water elementals hitting us, which do not have magic attacks. So, anyway, Invulnerability, and then Soul Vortex to heal if we ever get in amongst the actual melee troops, which there's a good chance we won't. This one's kind of an unnecessary, and then Rigor Mortis to fatigue the mages out. And this will prevent them from doing this business where they lock us down with Encase and Ice, which would be very annoying. And I actually went and tested this, which is a little embarrassing because, you know, poor old Atlantis has basically given up, and he finally has taken the time to actually script his turn and do the big old FU to me. And we are going to let him know that we have an exit only sign on you-know-where. And we're going to be sending in Mr. Wiggles. And so anyway, I tested it. It's a little risky. The trick with this is we actually, because we trample is not very good at killing water elementals. Anyway, because of all that, and Quicken Self may have been a better option, but because of all that, there's a chance the battle times out. And if the battle times out, we'd lose. And not only do we lose our god, which is annoying, but we're going to lose the artifacts, which are on him, which are more annoying. It's all annoying. Like, we could lose magic paths we care about, the artifacts. It's all bad news. But the upside, and I just want to show you some of these mages, guys. The upside is, because we have the Crown of Overmind, and this is why I was like convinced I wanted to send them in, we could steal a bunch of these mages. And the thing that is really cool about that is not only will we get the gear, which I super duper want. It's very nice to have all this water gear. The other thing that I care about a lot is I really want this fire-water cross path. So if we get one or two of the fire-water dudes, it would be very nice, because that's going to allow us to do Rune Smashers, which is going to be very, very good. It's something we don't have right now. It's something we need for doing Mind Hunt batteries, which is something we're going to be doing. So anyway, this actually is a pretty big strategic win if we can steal some of these dudes as well. So we have that going on. Did I have a... Oh, we go and attack... there's an Atlantis squad here. This guy looks enlarged. Oh, man. we got to remember, we put him in the... Looks like he's in the wrong tile. I don't know how this scripting is sloppy. Not everybody's where they need to be. These guys get the bonus strength, right? Yeah, they did. But anyway, yeah, these guys are here. I don't think they were really scripted. The one thing that does kind of mess me up, actually, is the poison barbs are kind of ruining these wolves. So I think we ended up losing like 60 wolves, yeah, but whatever. These guys are dead. Marignon is attacking. We had a battle inside this fortress here. I think this was cleaner, yeah. This one we actually had it scripted much more appropriately. Though I think one of these guys, who actually has the... Oh, this guy has the moon bowl, which is kind of interesting. And yeah, these guys should have gotten really buffed up. Yeah, they've got Iron Skin. I mean, look at me, 30 protection guys with this much damage, and they're ethereal. I mean, they are absolutely gnarly. And I don't give a fuck about any of these dudes. I don't care about walls. These are like, we should name them Honey Badger or something. Like, 0 fucks were given. Yep. So that's how that went. That was a pretty clean battle, though, if I do say so myself. We got a water lens, which was nice. And, yeah, so that's ours. So, you know, we did some things, but we're not really being active. We're kind of being too passive, and that's about to end. I mean, we've taken this stuff on Aselun, but we didn't really have to fight for it, and that's a good thing. Like, the losing armies and stuff is not to be desired, but, yeah, I think what we're going to have to do, we're going to have a one-part war where we come in here and take... I want the breadbasket of Marverni, and I think we're going to come in here and take it. Once we get this, I have to funnel in some big armies, is kind of the thing. And I'm probably going to... Actually, I don't know. The other thing is we're going to start fighting Vanheim. So, if I conquer Vanheim, I think the good thing about that is they're still busy dealing with Calum and whatnot. So, if I conquer Vanheim soon, then... I don't have to worry about them like enlisting other people to fight me, which I don't think Vanheim will be successful in doing, but you never know, it could happen. And if it does happen, it would be annoying. But for right now, I think it makes sense. So we're ending our nap with him, I think not this turn, but next turn. The other thing we've been doing, and this is probably the biggest thing happening this turn, is we have everybody in position to do Vessels of Misery. You can only do 1 per province, and it's a completely broken spell, so we're going to be casting it here. We're a little late to the party. Right now... Where does it say worldwide events? Where does it say worldwide events? Oh, I guess they all got dispelled this turn, so they weren't here. Yeah. Anyway, this turn we are casting Vessel of Misery. We're casting it here in Liegra. We're casting it here in the Red Mines, or we would be, but Ted Jones is busy because these guys are a little insane. They've got 5% insanity. So the odds are that they wouldn't have any insanity. None of them would be deranged this turn, but we got a little unlucky. Budlovsky is casting Vessel of Misery up here. I don't think I have anybody over here to cast it. We've got somebody else, Iraq, casting it here. After this, he's going to twice more and then jump in the ocean. We've got one more being cast here, Denya. And Budlovsky will have to, Budlovsky will have to, or Ted Jones is going to have to cast it next turn. So that's that. We're continuing to distribute these around so we get one person cursed in every fort, so we can take advantage of people turning into vampires. And I think that's it. Oh, we're moving the vampire army over here onto this. So if Caleb comes out, we'll fight him. We're basically on attack rear. We've got the Link Spider coming in, mass protection, anti-magic, etc. God, they're gonna target this guy with Soul Slice so bad. It's really dangerous. I really needed an amulet of anti-magic for him. Oh well. Such is life. Such is the life we live, filled with danger. But these guys are attacking right away. I mean, honestly, God, he's gonna die so fast to Soul Slayer. And I know he has Soul Slayers. They're casting Blood Rain also in Darkness. And that's basically just like Mass Protection, Darkness, and Soul Slay. I mean, Mass Protection, Blood Rain, and Darkness, and then also Anti-Magic. I'm not feeling super confident about this now that I'm looking at it. But anyway, that's what's going on over here. We're also sending horrors to kill this. Because fuck you, Calum, you should let me have this fort. And that's basically it. We're saving up more blood slaves. We'll talk about that next turn. We'll go into my current turn. So here we go. Bind Shadow Imp. Sinless a Heart, Transfer Mind. We had another Ling Spider pop up. We cast Record of Creation. We finally got some decent stuff again. Here we got a Water 1 site and then a Water Death site. So that's nice. We got 3 gems from that. We found a magic site here, Fields of Glowing Algae. Is nice. It's a Nature 1 site. And I think that's it. Okay, Illuminated 1. Marion bumped me here. He told me, but like right before the turn rolled, so I didn't have time to move my guy. We moved on top of Old Oceania. We could probably take it. We actually could kill this army if we wanted to. But like I said, first of all, the game is going to be more fun having friends, and we've built like a very solid foundation for friendship, which would make the betrayal all the worse, but it would be interesting just to take this out with my god this turn or something and steal Oceania. Of course, we wouldn't do that, because this is an alliance that, in my opinion, makes sense in the long term for us. He controls the oceans mostly, and I'm going to protect his flank so he can have some other war. Because him having the oceans is a great value to me. We've talked about this before. But we're moving off. I've cracked Oceania. There's nothing inside. I basically cracked it for him so he can move this army on. And my thought was I'm going to move this army down here and we'll conquer stuff along this coast. But anyway, we also had a very interesting event. By event, I mean a magic phase attack. And so you get to see what we're talking about here. Now, there is a risk. I'm going to go ahead and hit Control-C. This is going to pop up some stats. Battle round 1. If this gets to 90 and we haven't killed them, we lose. That's how this works. So these guys, they would be casting Soul Slay, but my guy is mindless, so it's not going to work. So instead, they're going to sit here and cast spells on their friends. And that's just fine by me. These guys are closing, and we should get Rigor Mortis off very soon. And there goes Rigor Mortis. There, I think there's a chance we got interrupted there. So we're lucky that didn't happen. If Rigor Mortis goes off, I'm pretty sure... It doesn't go off, I'm pretty sure we die. Now, these guys are inanimate, so Soul Vortex does not work on them. And we're going to go ahead and pick the speed up here. These guys are all going to be fatiguing out now. Yeah. Now, you can see it takes literally forever to trample these guys. But we do Raise Dead, and that starts helping a lot. And then if we decide not to trample again, that's going to help a lot. All right, and so now we're okay. It's turn 35, and we have killed all of the dudes. All of the dudes. And now everybody's passed out, and then this little clump. And what was interesting was in test games, he would cast Vortex of Unlife, which would kill these guys very quickly, which is kind of okay. I've also got team colored squares on, so you can see when they turn dark blue, they're mine. So we're stealing them rather rapidly. You can see we're stealing mages, and these guys get charmed. So it's not just enslaved mind. They're going to come as a commander with items. They don't drop their items and have to get them picked back up. Ooh, he's casting enslaved mind too. Interesting. How is he that high? Oh, he's Astral 2. Power of the Sphere should only get him up to Astral 3. Does this... Oh, the entire battlefield. I guess this makes him higher in Astral 2, huh? I didn't know that was... I thought it was friendly only for whatever reason. Doesn't say friendly only, so I guess it's not. And it's turn 88. You can see we got really close to this turn timer. If we hit turn 90... Bye-bye. And there's just this one dude left. So, pretty lucky. Pretty lucky. This guy get diseased? He did not. And the battle report for this is as such. Just like so. Now on land, because we can do Hell Power, this is going to be much less likely to time out, because I could do Soul Drain, which is one of the stronger spells in the game, especially on a chassis like this. Yeah. Thank you for your army, sir. Your anti-super combatant army. I promised him that I would teach him things, and he would regret this decision to fight me. And I think we have followed through, boys. I think we have followed through. I think everything that he said that was like a little smart alecky comment about I can't fight him underwater. He's partially given up, but he's given up because he's gotten wrecked. Can I go all the way over here? I really want to get to like a... You know what I need to do? I want to be able to magic phase out. I think we're going to build a lab here. I think I'm going to cancel recruitment just so I can build a lab. We kind of have enough mages. I want to get more infrastructure up too. This will allow me to fort this later too. So anyway, we're going to move him here. These guys, sadly, they're all... You know what I could do? So here's the hall. We got these mages with their gear. They ended up running. I don't know how that works. But anyway, somehow they weren't here at the end of combat. We have one dude who was here who got enslaved. We're probably gonna let that guy die. But these fire randoms I don't want to risk losing. I want them out so that I have this important cross path. These guys, though, I don't care as much if they lose. I think what I want to do is... I think I want to have two... I think we're going to swap the slave matrix on Kadava. Well, one second. We're being a little slow. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Kadava... Oh, do I have this backwards? I totally have this backwards. One second. Oh, it didn't work. How am I going to do this? Because they're all full on inventory slots. I don't actually know how to do this. How do I get this off? Help! I won't switch that other one because it's cursed. And I don't think I can switch these. Oh well. Oh well. I think these guys, I think we're going to bring them down here, pick these guys up, and go sit on top of this fort. How much leadership do they have? 15, not great. I think we're going to recruit one of these guys. Has a little better leadership. Like so. And anyway, he'll pick these. We'll go sit on top of this fort. But hopefully that was sufficiently demoralizing for him. We can see Alcara is finally hopping on some of this underwater stuff, which is nice. Down here, Atlantis, middle-aged Atlantis, is almost done killing the stuff on their planet. They're going to be invading. They're going to be invading our planet now, and that is not okay. Yeah, we can see Rotterdam's getting close to being able to take this. He's got a pretty big army here. He needs to get his ass underwater. Claim this. Maybe Jotunheim can siege 29. But I'm totally willing to come over here and knock these guys off this fort. I have to be careful because Deep Seers are astrals, so they can do Self-Slay. But like, I could theoretically send my god or something. I don't know if he's in range or how that would even work, but yeah. We are not okay with them coming on our planet. So the good thing is we have a good group of guys here. So that's one of the reasons, like Vanheim, I'm okay attacking him. I'm actually sending him a nap ending message. I'm afraid, good friends, we must end our nap. We had a nap 3. I'm sending this on 61. You get it on 62, so orders can be issued on 64 and resolve on 65. I think that math is right? He gets on 62. He has 62, 63, 64 to prepare. Yep. There's a chance we have a nap 2. I'll go look. If we have a nap 2, then I'll adjust the message, because I kind of want to attack as soon as I can. I've kind of waited too long, but I wanted to get this. This ended up being less hot with Yes than I thought. So there's that. We also hit Yes with Flames from the Sky this turn. It was reasonably effective. I think a lot of these were probably swans, but there were some. Marignon sent me a report of this army telling me what was in it. He was the one that told me to Flames from the Sky this province, so we did according to him. But yeah, there were apparently a fair number of non-sacred mages, which are the kinds we're going to do better at killing, because the sacred mages are going to be enlarged and thereby resistant. We caught some of these Fiends of Darkness, which these guys are carrying Bane Venom Charms, which is annoying. A Kalem Scout, a Monster Boar. We've caught some Vanheim Scouts. Vanheim, very interested in scouting me. We've probably killed at least one fort worth of scouts. When I say a fort worth, I mean like 600 gold by this point in the game. Seems okay. We actually could probably foul vapor this army too, which would be kind of hilarious. I am pretty not okay with these guys. He is going underwater with some speed. He sent me a detailed report of all the places he's going underwater, and I told him he could have everything south of this, but I don't know. I'm inclined. When I see, like, he's got 70 dudes here and 30 dudes, 40 dudes here, thing is, there's about to be guys flooding through here, because he's got all of this planet now. This is all not the whole planet, but all the underwater portion of the planet is his now. So, it's bad news bears. And he thinks he's going to come over here and get ours. Well, he better get ready to get... I mean, we're going to have harder things to deal with, like Octo Thugs and stuff. We can see one here. He's got a transformed octopus. And those are the kind of things that could kill my god reasonably easily, actually. But we can also steal them. They don't have terribly high MR. So we can just steal them with this. We'll see. But he's going to have to fight through a bunch of them. But anyway, he can go get wrecked as far as I'm concerned. Trying to think if there's anything else in particular down here. Not really. We have a ton of guys over here. I don't know what we do with them. I don't know if because I've been recruiting a ton of Zweihanders down here to send them through red mines over here to attack Ubar. But TNC's conquered Ubar. So I'm kind of thinking now, like, do I attack TNC? Do I bring them up to fight Vanheim? Having them just sit here on the coast is not the answer. Having like 100 sit here to be intimidating is probably fine. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think we're going to take these guys, the guys in these forts, and move them up over here. And I guess it's worth showing you guys. So we had Vessel of Misery go off. And one of the things we're going to have to do, so here's one of the places we cast it. We got like a Divine Mummy. You don't get one of these every turn, but they're pretty good. You can potentially like Gift of Reason them. In our case, it would be interesting because we have Reforming Flesh as a bless, but it's too expensive. I mean, it's a good chassis, but it's not sacred. I don't know. There's problems. We get some Disease Demons that are like non-commanders. You could potentially infernally promote these if you wanted to. But we're going to have so many. There's no point in doing that. And then we get a bunch of these guys who are basically, they're apparitions. These are basically the guys you get as a Lemuria when you have a Holy 3 do like the reanimation. And they cause fear. They're ethereal. They're stealthy. They're pretty good troops. Honestly, I think their like best use is as raiders, right? Because they're ethereal and they have fear. So like maybe sticking them with vampires or something could be pretty good. Yeah, I think they're pretty solid. Disease Soulless. They have Touch of Leprosy too, which is a very low attack. Because it's basically a soulless. It's not ethereal either, but it is magical. So it can potentially go through like Mistform and stuff. It's better than normal soulless. But you can see we got a fair amount. And we've got that coming now out of everywhere. The important thing is not really the chaff. The important thing, and the reason you cast it, is for these guys who are Scale Wall Assassins, which are very good. They have decent base protection of 6. So it becomes... I was trying to think. It'd be nice if we get another way to boost it by 5. Or I guess we could do... I don't know. I think, like, for hard engagements, I'll probably try to get Iron Warriors on them. But, yeah, these guys are gnarly. Ideally, I would put, like, a horned helmet on them and cheap, like, key boots. But we'll have to see. The thing is, I'm going to be having so many of these guys. I need to kit out 4 of these guys every single turn, or maybe 5. And I'm honestly starting to think, like, the Lion Pelt might be good. Because that way I don't have to worry about the head and the armor. Key boots, I think there are only 3. Which would be... And it's going to make them a good bit more killy. Yeah, it's only 3. So it's only 2 even without a hammer. And I have a lot of air gems. Can I afford to make... Yeah, I could afford to make a lot. I think that's worth it to give them the key boots. It's basically going to give them 50% more damage output. Which is something we care about. And yeah, we're going to raid the shit out of Vanheim. We're going to have lots of threat vectors when we start raiding Vanheim. We're going to have these guys who can magic phase or sneak. We're going to have them going in communions, doing skelly spam. We're going to have raiding squads of the vampires themselves, like these dudes. We're probably going to have a main army, which will probably consist of largely of the dudes over here. Probably plus, I need to get some guys out of my cap. I haven't pulled these dudes out of my cap in a short while. And let's see where they are. Oh, dude, I haven't used Shit-Eating Grin in forever. Oh, dude, shit-eating Grin has been completely idle. I need to use him to do... I forget about it. Yeah, we'll use him too. But him I have to be careful with. Let me figure out where there's labs and stuff. But... yeah, we're going to have the vampires going in. We're going to have... Sin Lesser Horrors, which is great at raiding. We're sending some scouts out here this turn. We're going to have... I'm trying to think of all the things we're going to be doing. I mean, we can even raid with elementals. And we're going to have a shit ton of disease demons rolling around. And at any point, we can combine those strategies. We can't combine the Sin Lesser Horror, but we can combine most of the other stuff. So, anyway, it's looking good. Did we do the forest fire thing this turn? I can't remember. I don't see it, so I guess we skipped it. I'm trying to do forest fire about every turn. Get a bunch of these little forest fires set up and get some elementals. So that's going to be nice. We're building a temple here. One thing I'm trying to do is get a temple built everywhere. God, like I need to build a temple here. I'm actually kind of behind on infrastructure. I need to turn off all of this recruitment until I get all of my infrastructure caught back up on. I want to have temples in every fort. We're going to have potentially Looming Hell coming up soon, which will help with him raiding. Basically, you can see we've got a shit ton of slaves, guys. Our income is at about 450 a turn. I haven't been spending it all intentionally because we're going to be putting up 2 blood globals. We're going to be putting up Blood Vortex, which is mostly just to deny a spot. It'll pay itself back, but not super fast, probably. And Looming Hell. And this one we need to cast in Sawaki. And this one we can cast at the blood discount site. I'm going to smack that dog. The dog is jumping on the door. Let's hide this. One of the best ways to see what you have templed and what you don't is you hit 2, number pad 2, or not number pad, like the normal 2, and it gets rid of the army. So like we can see here, we don't have one, but I'm building a temple. That way the little icons aren't all covered up. Here we don't have one, we're building a temple. I think I finally got temples on all the stars that I have. Here I don't have one. And I'm gonna pause it. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So yeah, it looks like we actually are doing okay. In terms of Dominion Strength 2, we're getting... I need one more temple. I think we're building 2 this turn, but if I build 3... That dog, I'm gonna go deal with him. Building one here. Can I build one here? Oh, we could build one here too. That might be the ticket. I might just really shut down recruitment this turn. I've already kind of done it, but I think we're going to really do it. Gonna really do it. You know, I think if you're playing optimally, like if you're in the tournament, I think you actually want to turn repeat recruitment off. That way, like, every time you choose to do something, it's conscious and intentional. Okay, but if we do this, this will have to be where we build our next fort. I can't actually do that. Oh, I forget where I'm doing the fort this turn. Oh, I haven't done it yet. Well, we get to pick. One of the things I want to do is, this is a high gem site. This is like, what, 5 gems? 6 gems? So I do want to fort this. So I think we're going to go ahead and send this guy here. We're sending people a few places to go lab them. I'll turn this back on, the overlay. So, because I want to get, maybe I send this guy over here too. I don't think... Where do I have this lab that I could fort? Maybe I do it here. Since this is a Vessel of Misery province. And if that's the case, I might turn the temple off here and just have this guy preach. And we'll go ahead and temple this. Okay, this guy got turned into a vampire and I didn't notice. Alfred, you have been vampirized. Let's have you build a temple, buddy. And Zianir, let's have you... We're going to give him this. We've got the Heart Harmonica Golem we can use too. We have a lot of different tools in our toolbox, guys. A lot of tools. So... We've got that. This guy actually can do more casting of... One of the things I'm going to show you how I've been doing the Reaping of Souls thing, which it's something specific to Bozmos, and it's basically just a very low cost, which I don't know why we need that. Raven Feast. Kind of broken. But I come down here and I look which ones of these have a lot of deaths. So like the Mercs has a lot. You know, we can check some of these other ones. Like this one probably has a lot because I haven't hit it in a while. So I'll probably hit this one actually with my boy, Shit-Eating Grin. We just do Reaping of the Souls on it, like so. Where else? So then I'll scroll down here, we'll look for more. Yildamir, I've already hit that this turn, because Spirewood's already hit this turn. Monarboa, that's some, but not a lot. Gertberg has more. Let's go check this out. Okay, we can't see how many corpses, because I don't have a Death Mage. Gertberg has... Ooh, buddy, there's so many here. Look at that, 144. We're gonna get like 8 gems from that. Where did I have... Oh, here. So, yeah, we're going to cast this one on Gertberg. That's going to feel really good. And... Gotta pull these Blood Slaves back. This is just some of the micro we're doing. I haven't finished my turn, so we're kind of doing some of it. I'm not going to drag you through all that. But I think I've got most of these guys scripted for Reaping of the Souls. And one thing I found, like, because these turns take a while... is... Oh, and we got a death random of this Link Spider. So I could potentially twice-born this if I have a gem. I think I actually have the Gem of Creation free this turn. So I think we're actually going to twice-born her. And this will turn her into a pretty... Oh, it's a magic being too. I was going to say, I potentially, because I just got Dom 8 this turn. Or I had it maybe last turn, but I can do Music of the Spheres, which she actually could cast. Then I could make her... I think she's a little too low. Yeah, Astral 2 is not high enough. She could get Magic Duel. That's too much investment. But it would be pretty good for a giant, because these... Without this, we can do Power of the Spheres and then Soul Vortex. Personal regen... we could do kind of a lot, like a white giant version of this would actually be pretty solid. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and spend these death gems. This is expensive. This is 30 death gems. But, you know, maybe it's worth it. I'm not... Is it worth it? Do I know? I don't really know. It may be worth it. Put these guys on him. We're going to use this guy as a little Blood Slave Mule. Doing some of the Blood Micro. I probably should put more guys down here. But we really have a lot of mage recruitment turned off. I've almost completely turned it off. We're building... I think we're building like a lab and like 2 or 3... Like 3 temples this turn. And that's going to get us all the way up to Dom Strength 9. Which is going to be good. It's going to help some with like Malediction. So that's good. And when we start putting these globals up, we have a non-zero chance of hitting our own global. It's pretty low, but it's not super duper low. How many total are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 total spots. Yeah, there's a decent chance we hit Malediction, but I think it's still worth it. We'll probably get some heat if we put it up, but it's mostly going to block other people's. I like the ones I don't want to hit is I don't really want to hit Dreamtime. That would be annoying. It'd be great if we knocked into Fata Morgana, assuming it's not like a super powerful cast. The other things I don't really care about. I think that's mostly it, boys. We'll cast Curse of Vampirism here a few times. Next turn we should have, and I have to micro it a little bit because we're right on the cusp next turn of getting Blood 8. And I do want to have it so we can cast those globals, because you can see we've got quite a bank. And having powerful blood globals up is going to mean it's more tricky for other people to like overwrite these by just randomly overcasting, because they're going to have a chance to bump into my blood globals. I think I actually have another thing. Yeah, we can... Curse of Vampirism. I think we'll cast that over here. So we'll have 5 going off this turn. We had a few, I think we had like 3 people transform into vampires this turn, which is really nice. We also had a really cool event where this priest gained a level of holy, which is really awesome. And so we went ahead and put this on him because ideally we can turn him into a vampire and then he can fly around, move a lot faster, which would be good. So anyway, there's that. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. We're empowering Dale Denton, aka Salamariah. We're empowering him in death. Next turn, we're going to twice born him. Then we're going to do Music of the Spheres. Then we're going to suicide him. And then we'll get another Salamariah back. But that will give us a Master and Slave caster. And because of that, we are heading for Thom 9 after Blood 8. It's going to be a while. There's a lot of research to get to Thom 9. So it's going to be like 4 or 5 turns. We'll probably have it in like 5 turns. So we'll have it like partially through the war with Vanheim. But if Vanheim is thinking they're going to come in here and like jump on top of a fort, well, we can wire this guy up to a communion. Not this guy, but... well, I mean, it will be Dale Denton, but it will be him as a white giant. And he will have Innate Caster 1. And he'll have full item slots. So we'll be able to hook up, which we weren't going to be able to get before until Atlantis made this juicy donation to us. We're going to have Rune Smashers we can hook up to him. And get him all the awesome pin gear. We can even pull Amulet of Power off our god if we want to. And we can steal their whole army, which would be awesome. So, yeah, that would be pretty darn cool. Flames from the Sky. This actually is kind of funny this turn in 973. So this is a... Marignon has attacked Yis, as we all kind of have. I did mine. Yis kind of just gave this to me for free, but I would have taken it if he didn't give it. But anyway, he's going and attacking Marignon, and he has purchased from Micklin Flames from the Sky. Now, Micklin can't catch Flames from the Sky, but I told Micklin, like, as part of this whole ruse, because I wasn't going to do it, I wasn't going to cast Flames from the Sky into Marignon, where Marignon thought it was me. Even if I got paid from Micklin, which was what was happening. I wasn't doing it for free for Micklin. He was paying me 100 blood slaves per cast. Which, you know, just being good businessman, I need to sell those turns. Like, all I was doing was hitting Nazca before, which is not really worth it. So anyway, I had been hitting Yis, but this turn, and the idea, like, people think that it was Micklin hitting Yis, but Yis asked Micklin if he could target Marignon. And that's convenient for Micklin because Micklin is being attacked by Marignon. But Yis is going to pay him for it. And because of that, he's going to charge yes more than I'm charging him, so he makes like a little profit. So that's his whole thing in this. And he gets this cast on Marignon for free. So that's kind of a funny way it's all working out. But in my opinion, that accomplishes multiple objectives. One is it keeps Micklin alive longer. It gives him both some money and weakens Marignon. It drains money from Yis, which is kind of okay. I mean, very okay. And it gives me all that, like it's a transfusion of slaves from Yis to me, which is nice. So anyway, there's that. Yeah, I think that's most of the things. I think that's most all the things. And yeah, I think we're going to be pretty stuff. We're getting it ready to do like all the crazy late game stuff. We're going to have thug armies. We're about to start going like hog wild, raiding Vanheim. I need to get not anybody here. I need to get this whole coast forted, especially the high value provinces like this one. This one I want to get forted too. So the process is I have to build a lab, and then we have to put the thing, do the stone construction. Oh, I didn't pick a spot yet. Damn it. Okay, we'll do this together. Where should I build a fort? We're also getting, I don't think I've shown you guys, but we're getting banshees over here. We've got 2, but just being able to have these guys do air elementals is pretty sick. Wherever they're needed, and then having them as assassins is nice, and being stealthy is also nice, so we're just super stoked to be getting a lot of them. Let us think. Where is a place that I have a lab? We'll do this. We can do it here. Problem here is there's a decent chance there's a battle. There's a Gaia cult going on here we haven't gotten rid of. I actually don't think I have many options. I think that might be my only unforted lab. If that's the case, I won't be able to build one next turn unless I'm specifically preparing for it this turn. And we could do it here. Oh man, we have so many blood slaves built up here. Wait. Okay, somehow this is not really working. To do it manually. All right, so we'll bring these guys back. I think I actually need to... We're not going to mess up capital recruitment. Do I have any other recruitment I can jip on? Skimp on? Okay, I need a lab. Okay, that's purchased a lab. We're going to build a lab here. Going to reduce some of this micro, which is always appreciated. That also means we'll be able to fort this up potentially next turn, which will, just be nice. But I've got guys coming here that are going to be able to lab these 2 provinces. And I don't have a guy going here, but I also want to lab this one so I can get these forted up. I want to have an entirely, at least for the provinces I care about, like this one, not super great. 4,000 population, 2 gems. Not a great province. But yeah, eventually this one too. Like this whole coast I want to get forted up. So that raiding for him is very unprofitable. But did we do it? Oh, we're doing stone construction here. We already did that part. See inventory management becoming a challenge. I need a system too. I've got a few more hammers here. We have to figure out the most, let's talk about that. And then we'll probably end the episode. We're getting close to an hour, but the most efficient kit, the part I think I like, I want these disease demons to be very, very killy. And I'm pretty sure I'm sold on the Flesh Eater and the Berserker Axe as the items. And the reason for that is it's going to give them everything. It's going to give them protection, and it's going to give them attack and damage. Where is one of them? All right, so they're going to hit really freaking hard. They still could get super combatanted by dudes with really, really high protection. But only kind of, because they're going to be doing chip damage through that, but I guess they could get regened on. I mean, it would be hard. And you're going to have a flesh wound, so they're going to fatigue out most likely. So the minimum kit, let's look at it, because I care about the gem cost. The minimum gem cost. And I actually don't have good nature earth. We'll just take a look through here. So for the hat, you know, this is nice, but it's expensive. It's 5 gems. This is only 2 gems. But we don't need cold resistance. I think the better option for the hat is the fire hat. So I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to do, is fire hats. And fire hats are a little bit wasted making them with the hammer, because they only cost 3. And if I make them naturally, it's only going to cost me 2, because I've got a built-in discount. But getting that fire resistance seems pretty good. The morale I'm not sure about, but I think this is probably the most cost-efficient hat. Yeah, everything else here is going to cost a fair amount. And like for death, so I'm going to need 4 of these a turn, which 4 times 2 is 8. Like, we can totally spend 8 fire gems a turn. So 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay, so we're getting 4 hats a turn. Now the armors, these armors are actually pretty good. 23 protection is just too hard to argue with. And I can't even think of anything that's like, that's 4 gems, that's not a big difference. 7 gems. 8 gems. Yeah, guys, I don't even think there's anything much better. So I think we're going to need like 4 of these a turn. I'm pretty sure this is the best armor. If we had a different bless, you could maybe do that. But I think the protection's pretty good, especially against like PD, or even against Vanheim, against Van Heers. Like this guy. Do I have a hat? I have one guy down here somewhere with the hat that we can just look at a better kitted out dude. Where did I do it? Okay, here. So yeah, 27 protection is pretty high. They do have encumbrance. You know, one thing we could look at that would kick up the damage a notch, it's going to use earth gems, and I think it's probably too expensive. One thing we could look at is the Gauntlet of Giant, the Girdle of Might. 5 gems is probably a bit too expensive. I mean, this maybe. I don't think we're going to do any of those. The only thing I think we might do is this key boot for 2 air gems. So I think we're going to do that. I think we're actually going to do that here. I think we're going to go ahead and just queue up. We've got 4 air guys here, which is pretty convenient. This is going to make them kill things extremely quick. The other thing is, Boots of the Messenger are not a horrible idea. How much are these? Boots of the Behemoth. I mean, Boots of this. Oh my god, these are only 2? Means we make them for 1? I think it's better to do more damage rather than hit more things in this particular case. We make these for 1 gem, and it's going to be 5 bonus damage. These are going to be 1-hit killing things, especially things like Van Heers. That can matter a lot, because they're not going to get to go in the Berserk form. 5 strength is a lot. We'll get that for 1 earth gem. Okay, so we're doing that. That is totally worth. These 2 gem items, I need to go through and figure out what are all the 2 gem items. And the other thing I could potentially consider is like Rings of the Warrior. This only takes blood slaves. I think this takes blood slaves too. What are I'm trying to think, what are things that are really... I don't really know all the things in DE that are super cheap. 5 gems. Ooh, 3. Can you imagine these guys with luck on them? With luck and twist fate? I'm kind of astral poor though. Or Imar gear. Oh, buddy. The one thing that kind of sucks about these demons is because they fly and they're going to be berserk, I literally cannot point buff them. I can do it like once. Like the very first turn. But like before you were saying we were like trapping dudes and we could point buff them while we trap them. That's not really a thing anymore. The other thing that's kind of important is we need to go claim this throne so I can start getting gnomes. It's kind of been way too long. So Budlovsky, who's my prophet, is going to come over here. Next turn he's going to claim it, then I start getting gnomes. Once that is done, he's going to make the apotheosis thing. And then we're going to give that item, once he has made it, to Dale Denton. And Dale Denton he's going to be my most expensive unit. Aside from my god. Because he's going to be death empowered, twice born, music of the spheres, and then given apotheosis. So he becomes a god and we can call him back if he dies. So that is pretty cool. And one thing I probably should do, and I think we're going to do, we're bloodhunting this to the ground. You would think at 1,800 we wouldn't get any blood saves. We got 40 blood saves this turn from that province. Where is it? Orman, 45 blood slaves. And that's just because we're bloodhunting it so much. Most of these guys are succeeding in like the first couple of blood hunt checks, but then they fail the population check. But because we're just doing it so much, it doesn't matter. But I think what we're going to do, we're going to take this off. We're going to give him a bunch of vampires. And we're going to have him run down here. And he'll come join on top of this next turn. I might do a bait and switch here with a shit-eating grin. Pull these guys off for a turn. But probably not. I think I'll just kill these guys. I think they just will die. And just attack turn 1. I think they just lose. The only thing I'm not sure about, and maybe I think I have an amulet. I think what I should do is, I think we're going to take most of this gear off. I'm going to put an amulet of anti-magic. I think I made one this turn. Oh my god, do I not have one? All right, we've got a problem here, boys. I've got to... Wait, here's one. Okay, Red, you successfully cast Vessel of Misery, right? Okay, you did. I might could send Red back underwater. He's gotten rid of some of his afflictions because of this Vessel of Misery business. But I think what we're going to do... Oh my god, the game is so slow right now. All right. Is stick this on him. Okay, and we're just going to have him walk over here. And then he's going to give this to Sniffer next turn. With the idea that he doesn't get Soul Slate turn 1, and then I can move Mass Protection up in combat. So anyway, that is the plan. And yeah, anyway, things going pretty good. And I think that's mostly it for this turn. I still have to like industrialize some of this stuff. And honestly, I think it's going to be making these axes, which is kind of going to be the most expensive part. We're going to be spending like 12 nature a turn on that. to get my little thug army out. We're also making at least one hammer a turn, which I think will help with all of this business. As we get our thug army going. What was also kind of cool was I did the crossbow, the Banefire crossbow on this guy to curse him last turn. And the turn I did it, he got it. I realized one downside of this, which is you can't wield the Master Smith anymore. Like the Master Smith hammer. But I'm kind of done forging artifacts, so that doesn't matter. But anyway, that's kind of cool. This guy's kind of a badass now. He was old before too. No, maybe he wasn't old. No, he wasn't old. I don't know. Seems good to have this guy as a vampire. I probably do need to Banefire crossbow somebody else here. Honestly, not even super sure who it would be. I guess we can do you. And I think that's about it, boys. I think we have just about done it. I think we have just about done this turn. So thank you all for watching. Hope you're enjoying it. I'm still enjoying the game, even though we're getting kind of in the late game. I'm still having a lot of fun doing every turn. So I will see you all in the next one. Take care.